Okay, so this came today to this address. It was addressed to resident. Okay, so it's likely that many people received this pamphlet of information. So I opened it up and I'm going to read the part that I found. I figured it'd be easier than reading. So this section says, like a dragon. Scripture tells us that at first the United States will look like a lamb, but it will ultimately speak and act like a dragon. The dragon, as we already learned from Revelation 12:9, is Satan. Revelation 12 illustrates in detail how Satan works. He is violent, ruthless, and persecuting. He conquers by brute strength. He hates God, and therefore all followers of God. His aim is the same as it has always been, to usurp God's throne and force people to worship and obey him. Isaiah 14:12 through 14. A nation speaks through its policy. So when Scripture reveals that the United States speaks as a dragon, it means that it will use some form of legislation to enforce Satan's bidding. This may come as a shock. How could a sweet land of liberty ever do such a thing? Consider what the Bible plainly says regarding the second beast. Exercises all the authority of the first beast, Revelation 13:12. As with Papal Rome, Daniel 7:21 and 25, Revelation 13:7, the USA will eventually become a persecuting power that will compel worship out of harmony with Scripture and against individual conscience. Causes the earth and those who dwell in it to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed, Revelation 13:12. The USA will not seek worship for itself, but instead will urge everyone in the world to declare allegiance to the Antichrist. Cool. I don't know if this is trying to make me a bigger fan of this country or not. So that's enough. There's plenty more. There's multiple pages of this bullshit. So, but in conclusion, I would like to say that I'm also not a fan of this government or this country in general. To be honest with you, all countries have their issues. This one has less than some, but we have our two-party system. The fucked and the less fucked. And the interesting thing about that is that each side thinks they're awesome. So I disagree. I think they're both bad. Because one is way worse, and in this case, Republicans. And especially the new Republicans, the Trump supporters there. I mean, if there were a stronger word than fucked, they would be that. But I think, to me, fucked is like the extreme adjective. You can't get worse than fucked. So, thank you for listening.